Quarter black, that's why they gave Ricky Ross all the crap. 16 ounces to a pound, 20 more to a key. A 5-minute sentence here and then you no longer free.
What's going on, Full Hill Podcast? I am your host, Tucan. Thanks a lot for joining me today. Tonight I'm here to talk about Conor McGregor, Khabib Nurmagomedov, UFC 229, and I got my good buddy here, Tucan Samuel.
Yo, how y'all doing?
From
How we
the
doing?
Rewrites. 1/3 of the Rewrites, guitarist of the Rewrites, drummer of Rye.
Yeah.
That is Thunderbolt
Yeah.
in Spanish, for people that don't know.
In Japanese.
As well?
Not only
Rayo?
in Japanese.
Yeah, right.
Rayo,
In
yeah,
Japanese.
Rayo in Spanish, yeah.
Yeah. Are any of you guys Japanese?
Not a one.
No?
We just multilingual in this bitch.
That's what's up. So, you guys play Spanish rock?
Mm-hmm.
Probably gone over this before.
There's some stuff in English, too.
Oh, you guys do English stuff too?
Yeah.
So, what's up, bro? When was the last time you were here?
Oh, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute.
Fight Companion?
Probably, yeah.
DC
Yes.
Miocic.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a
yeah.
great fucking night of
People
fights.
missed out. I think that only did 400K pay-per-view.
Silly bitches.
Actually, I'm probably mistaken. I don't think it's about pay-per-views anymore. I think it gets views just by illegal downloads, illegal streams.
Oh, for sure. That's usually how I watch things.
Yeah. So pay-per-views kind of
Yeah.
going out the way.
I mean, how do you justify paying $60 every month? You know, it's
You can't-
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like, you have to get a group of people. My budget can't afford that shit.
Yeah, that's why I invited you guys. I don't want to pay all the money.
Yeah, man.
And I don't
I
wanna
feel
legally
you.
stream it.
I ain't trying to pay all that money either, but I want that crystal clear HD.
Yeah, and there should be. Damn, how many of us?
Should be a packed
6 of
house.
us?
Packed house for Conor Khabib.
Yeah, it should be 6 of us here. I'm gonna move this desk, probably turn it all the way around, put it over there. That way, this whole space is open to just put a couple seats, or not a couple seats, but the rest of the seats, and that way everyone could sit comfortably. I was gonna say, I could either space out the mics throughout the room, and we could just sit all freely, and I could just have a mic, and
Yeah,
then,
we should be
or
okay.
we can just rotate them,
Because we just got to test it a little bit at 1st.
Mhm.
We should be all right.
or we could just have people switch in and off, like just switch
Yeah.
seats, play hot. What is
Yeah,
it?
because we got to
Musical
see
chairs?
how the cameras
Mhm.
line up
Yeah,
with
we can play
everybody.
musical chairs too.
Yeah.
Because I know Frank Mysterio is going to be off on the side.
Oh, yeah,
But,
for sure.
Yeah, we might just turn up the gain on the 2 other mics, and I might just have mine.
Hmm.
That way,
Yeah, we should be fine.
Yeah,
man.
we
I'm
should
not
be
even
fine.
worried about that
Mhm.
shit. I'm just fucking excited for these fights.
yeah, it's going to be
There's so much to think about.
awesome fights, which
It's
we'll get to
amazing.
in just a minute. So if you guys have questions, if you guys have any thoughts about UFC 229, about Conor McGregor, Khabib, any of those fights, drop your questions in the comment section. Let us know what you guys think. Someone on Facebook said already that Conor is getting a second round KO and Khabib is leaving the UFC.
Cause did you listen to the Shab
That's the
Rogan
prediction.
podcast?
Yeah. So Khabib's
It's
gonna,
probably because they mentioned it.
yeah, Khabib's retiring, which
Cause I don't believe that.
yeah, we'll get into
Like,
that right now.
people say lots of stuff.
Yeah. So you got 2 cats, bro,
I do have 2 pussies, yes.
and I'm not I'm not a cat man, bro. I don't like cats.
Understandable.
Not that so it's weird. Not that I don't like cats. I wouldn't want to be an owner of a cat. I respect them
Yeah.
for what they are.
Little killers.
Little
They're
killers.
hysterical.
And it's just, they're loners.
Yeah.
And after you're around dogs,
That's how they get me.
yeah, when you're around dogs that don't do anything all day, and then they see you and they just want to play with you and be right next to you, it's like, I'd rather have a dog. He's a lot more chill.
Yeah.
The cat's off killing shit, doing stuff on its own, fucking with you at night, slapping you in the head, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm trying to sleep, dude. What's wrong with you? They're assholes. They're little assholes because they don't give a fuck. They're on their own schedule. They're on their own shit. They're the fucking.
You're at their whim.
They're the
Pretty
lion.
much, yeah.
Yeah, even they're that small, they still got the lion mentality. They're still like, yeah, whatever, dude. I don't care how small I am. Look at these claws, bitch.
Yeah.
Look at these teeth.
They good with me, man.
Like you might be able to kill me, but I'm gonna fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, dude, I play with them all the time. I usually go to work with scars.
Yeah, but you got striped
fun.
cats, the cool ones, right? You got an orange striped cat, and then now you have a gray striped cat, right?
Yeah.
Those are. See, if I were to get a cat,
Those are
I'd get a
cool.
striped one.
Yeah,
Just
I
because
like how they look.
It reminds me more of the tiger family.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so they're
that's what I
pretty cool.
want. I don't want these little designer kitties.
Yeah.
They're all perfect looking.
Yeah, like for dogs, I don't like small dogs.
Oh, me neither. Although I had a small dog and she was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's
But I like bigger dogs.
That's the thing. I've always wanted big dogs, and my parents have small dogs, and I love them. I love the little dogs, just because the affection that they show you, and you just pet them, and then after that they look for you. They're like, hey, come pet me again.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to hang out with you.
And they'll listen.
Yeah.
Go, all right, we're done now.
Hmm.
They'll walk away. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. We're done now.
But I didn't necessarily want them. And they're not mine. They're my parents. I do take care of them whenever my parents are out of town or whenever they can't. They're pretty much under my responsibility.
Yeah.
But they're cool. They listen. They shit everywhere. The little shit machines, though.
Yeah, that's the
How are
good.
the- how are
That's
the
the good
cats?
thing about cats is they got
Yeah.
their litters, so
Yeah.
it's just pick up that shit,
Mhm.
throw it out, all good.
Little box, yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
That's what's up.
It fucking smells that for sure. I almost passed out once, I think, by accident.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to keep one out of the bathroom, right where one of them is.
Yeah.
Oh god, that shit, those noxious fumes for a second. I'm like, wait, I need a second because I'm about to drop.
Yeah, I can't deal with shit too
This
much.
is not good. No, it's not even the shit. It's the piss.
Oh, the
Cat piss. Cat piss is the worst.
Yeah, I bet. Because don't they? Well, dogs do it too, but don't they mark all their fucking everywhere?
Yeah, but something about, what is it, Spain or neutering a male cat? They don't do that, so I don't gotta worry about it.
Oh, they stop.
Yeah, like you prevent it from happening before it happens. Cause once they start, it's hard to get them to stop.
Okay. I don't know much about cats. My parents, they didn't really let me get animals growing up. They only fish and fucking parakeets and just stupid fucking animals. Maybe like guinea pigs and
Mexicans love parakeets.
different. My parents
Little
are jerks.
birds.
They just never let me have one. And then when they got older and everyone moved out, they got dogs. I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, the plan was, once I was 12, I was gonna get a dog.
I thought that was the rules.
Yeah, that was the plan, and it never happened. Never got a dog, and I tell them all the time, I'm like, I'm bringing you a Rottweiler, right? And they're like, no. And they're like, I'm bringing you a fucking
Big
pit
old
bull, right?
dog.
And they're like, no, don't bring it. And I'm like, I'll bring it as a puppy so it grows up and it knows the family. They're like, well, that's the only way. And I'm like, got him. I'm like, got him. But
Yeah, they can't stop you now.
mhm.
Nah, but dogs are cool, man. Yeah,
You
you
guys
just
don't
gotta
have
be
one, right?
trained right. I used to. I had a dog in the front yard.
What happened?
She even lived outside. She had a little hut, and then in the winter we had a heater in there, so she was fine.
Nice.
She'd make it.
Nice.
She was all good.
Do you watch football?
Not really.
Not really.
I kind of quit a couple years ago.
See, I quit a
I'm
couple.
still into
Yeah.
the game. Like I can get into a game if I'm watching it, but I wouldn't,
I quit a couple
Go out
years
of my
ago
way.
because of the fantasy assholes. Everyone that plays fantasy
Oh.
football.
cause all the points and
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
don't
I
know.
can't get into this
Yeah,
shit.
fuck that shit.
Like
I'd
this
rather-
is a separate thing.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, the gamesmanship.
Yeah, and I don't want to do it, so I don't do it. So I kind of fell off of football.
Right.
But this year, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna watch the Bears. And they're
Home-
doing all right.
Home team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I
They're
heard
3-1.
I heard new
So,
QB
yeah.
hit six
So
six
to be
TDs.
fair,
That's crazy.
we should have beat
beautiful.
Green Bay. Green Bay came back and won. I don't know what they did. The Bears just kind
Rodgers.
of didn't play the second. Yeah, Rodgers came back
Rogers is
super
magic.
super magic or drugs.
Motherfucker.
He went away hurt and then came back with his eyes fucking super dilated and like
Microdosing.
Poof, poof.
Microdosing out here.
Nah, dude, they
on
fucking
the
injected
field,
him with
dog.
some super fast
They gave him the juice.
working juice.
They're like, nah, you need to come back right now.
They
You
gave him
need to
some
win.
Michael Secret stuff during the fucking break. So he came back, took the first game away from the Bears. Second game, the Bears came back barely by the tail of their tithes or whatever the saying is. Third game, again, barely, like by 2 points, and they should have lost it. This one, they dominated 48-10, but it was against Tampa Bay, and I think in the opener, they gave up like 40 points as well, I think, to the Saints. The Saints gave up, or whoever they played and gave up a bunch of points in the opener.
So
as well as scored defense. A bunch. Yeah, so the suspect defense is what's up.
Damn.
But the thing is, the Bears have defense. That's not a question for the Bears. They're getting defense back, especially with Khalil Mack. I don't know if you heard about this beast.
I might.
You should watch highlights.
Is he a lineman?
He's a linebacker, I believe.
Oh, linebacker.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the position he plays. But they got him from the Raiders. The Raiders didn't want to pay him. So the Bears paid him.
Right.
And, like, his stats already, like, for people that picked up fantasy are ridiculous, I hear. But he's
Lots
already
of
caused
points.
fumbles, picked up fumbles, scored touchdown.
Damn. So he's like
in
a
the first
playmaker.
game, yeah. Like, oh, yeah, he's a
Okay.
playmaker. Yeah, no, he forces fumbles. He's
nice.
causing shit to happen. He's sacking he's on the quarterback all the time. He needs to get double teamed all the time.
Right.
Yeah. If he's on single coverage, he gets through it all the time.
Right. He's too big.
Yeah, just from what I've seen a little bit, and like I said, I'm going to pay attention to my Bears. I don't care about anyone else.
Yeah.
I'll pay attention to the other team for that week they play. Yeah,
shit.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Next week is a bye week for the Bears, so I don't got to worry about the Sunday. But week after that, they're playing against the Dolphins, and the Dolphins aren't doing that bad. They're actually like 3-1 as well, I believe, but just lost to the Patriots. We'll see how they play this weekend. I don't have to watch the Bears, so I might check out how the Dolphins do just to see how the Bears will do against them.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. But the Bears have good defense, so we'll see how far along they go in the season with that. Should be good.
Yeah. Nah, man.
No
I
baseball?
grew up playing football, bro. I love that game.
No baseball?
Baseball. I watched the beginning of the Cubs game the other day, but nah, I didn't really watch that shit.
So the fucking Cubs shit the bed. Again, I was a huge Cubs fan.
I saw the first run, and that was it.
I was a huge Cubs fan growing up, Sammy Sosa days, and then I fell off of baseball.
Yeah, Kerry Wood was my
Yeah,
dude,
I had other
the
stuff
pitcher.
I was watching. It was just too much. The Cubs weren't doing so good. Sox won in 2005. It was 2005, right? That they won the World Series?
I think
Sox.
so.
Yeah, they won. Cubs won recently, but you know, I was watching from a side, still cheering for them, but I didn't want to be like, "Oh, I'm back in it," just because.
I put holes in my ceiling by accident.
Just because they were winning, I didn't be like, "I'm back in it." I was gonna definitely celebrate and be like, "Awesome, the Cubs won," and maybe buy a hat. I do have a hat that I don't wear that I'll just keep as memorabilia. But it's an official championship hat, bro.
Nice.
But this year they shit the fucking bed nasty. So they're in first place for the majority of the whole fucking season.
That's what I heard.
They have one of the best records in baseball right now, like top 3.
But it was all early stuff.
Yeah, and then
And you don't need it.
last week they were in first in their division.
Yeah.
Prime to go to
And
the
then they lost to
prime to win their division.
They lost to Milwaukee.
Well, yeah, and then they tied. They ended the season tied with Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So they played to see who's the better, to see who had
The
the better
tie
record.
break,
Yeah, the
yeah.
tiebreaker. Milwaukee wins. Cubs get thrown to the wild card. There's a 1-game wild card game against the Rockies, and they lose by a run, 2-1, in 13 innings.
Damn. Heartbreaking.
Why are you gonna be in first place all fucking year just to shit the bed? It's really heartbreaking, but what can you do, right?
Yeah.
What
the
can
game.
you do?
That is combat.
Yeah.
Combat's even worse.
So, Tucan, Sam, I'm glad I have you here because not a lot of people watch as much MMA as I do. So that's why I don't have a lot of guests. I haven't had you guys on in a while, so I started having more guests. Like last week, I think was it last week? Yeah, last week I had the Jobber on. Week before that, I had Johnny and Quadril on. The week before that, I had Jesus on. Now you're on. I'll see who I have on next week. Maybe Frankie. And then I'll see who I have on after that. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, they don't watch as much MMA as you and I do.
Right.
So I got to catch at least the Gaston Bolanos fight and above.
Oh, that was great.
I saw that and above.
I think I saw about that much. Maybe one more than that. But
so let me bring up the actual fight card so we can talk about it. Because your
That
beard's
young
weird. Let's talk about it.
Bellator. Which is a good card, by the way.
Oh, yeah. It was a fantastic
Great
card.
Bellator doing work.
Dude, Bellator has been doing work this year. You went to a Bellator. We went to a Bellator
Yeah, we
show.
were there, bro. It was great. That show's fun as fuck.
Yeah, you were sitting a couple seats down from me.
The top point, yeah. Yeah, dude, that show's a good time.
Yeah, so for those people that didn't catch this weekend, it was Gegard Mousasi versus Rory McDonald, two of my favorite fighters.
Hell yeah, dude.
Mousasi more.
Saucy.
I think we're both Mousasi fans.
Oh, dude, because we
Big time Mousasi
recognize
fans.
the fucking just skill. It's just
he has such a
magisterial skill.
His skill set is ridiculous, and I think it's very underrated. The UFC underrated it. I think me and you have been talking. We've been promoting Mousasi every time.
Every
he
time
fights.
we see him, yeah.
Every time he fights, we're high on Mousasi.
Yeah, because we can see it. He's an assassin. Like, he's going in there to take you out, and he can do it.
He's trained with Fedor. That's why I've always been like
Fyodor.
Yeah, I was always been like Mousasi's a fucking killer.
Hell
Mousasi's
yeah,
a
dude.
fucking
He's
killer.
fucking awesome. And then Rory's was thought to be that good too. Like, he has also a very diverse skill set. He can do everything.
Mm-hmm. And I think he is that good. It's just it's Rory has to realize size is a factor.
Yeah, size was huge here. I didn't think it'd be that much of a factor, but it was.
And
like quickly,
I like
quickly.
So I didn't think that either, and I think it's due to Gegard's stringiness and lankiness. The dude looks really skinny.
Dude, that jab was crazy.
He's fought at 205.
Right, he's
been
big.
champion at 205.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's big. Like, I didn't think they were that far apart, but it's huge. He's big.
Yeah, it's his lankiness, it's his size, and maybe he just needs to fill up a little bit, which is what he did. He just filled up a little bit. I think he was like 200 the day of the fight from 185 that he weighed in.
Yeah.
So 15 pounds is not a lot. That's what a lot of people cut. And when you're that much bigger, muscle holds a lot more water, so you're gonna tend to lose a lot more.
Yeah, but then once they're in the cage, he's huge.
Yeah, he ballooned back up a little bit.
He looks crazy big.
Yeah.
Next to Rory.
Do you think it's the unorthodoxness of his jab too? Because it comes from down. He doesn't hold his hands up. He has his hands down when he's coming at you. Gegard's like he's just like with his head.
He's just relaxed.
He's just relaxed. His hands down.
He's waiting there.
Snapping out the jab a little bit. This time, it was really stiff and he was really aggressive with it.
Yeah. He must have noticed, like, well, people are breaking Rory's nose. Why is that? He might, that might be why. He's just missing that spot in his game to, like, move his head or whatever it is. His way to block jabs.
And he realized Rory's a slow starter, so he started fast and hard.
Got it in his face.
Because Gegard's a slow starter.
Yeah.
Gegard has started slow, and he's lost decisions because he picks it up towards the end.
Yeah. Because he feels you out.
Yeah, and in this one, he did not. He came in, he's like, I'm going to feel you out, but with my fucking jab in your face. He's like, I'm going to hurt you and fast and early. And I think he was hurting him to the extent where he was going to make Rory make a mistake, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, he got frustrated, went for that Imanari roll.
He was going to pitter pat. He's like, all right, look, dude, I got you at the range. I got you in the striking. I'm just going to fuck you up here, dude. It's your move. Check.
Yep.
Your move.
Yep.
Rory tried the takedown, didn't work. Rory tried the Imanari roll. It was not good attempt.
He countered it. Sat on him.
Yeah, and he smothered him, and he didn't let him get up. And those ground strikes were devastating. Yeah,
brutal as fuck.
It's pretty bad. I'm not sure if he re-injured Rory's nose, but it looked pretty bad afterward.
I wouldn't doubt it. He probably broke that shit.
Yeah.
So, like, that probably didn't feel good for Rory again.
Yeah.
Getting his nose smashed. Oh, dude.
I didn't know it was this weekend. I caught it. I just didn't. There was no build up to it. I didn't break it down because Didn't realize it was this
We're
weekend.
probably not on like the mediums where they're advertising it, 'cause I don't think I saw much about it either. But because of like the MMA shows and stuff, like I think I heard about it.
Especially with the zone, they should have advertised it a lot more.
Yeah. But like I think I had actually.
With no UFC that same weekend.
Yeah, I kind of knew leading up to it, but then I was like deciding day of like, am I gonna do this zone thing, which I have and I haven't looked at again. Maybe I should check it out again.
The reason, which is smart by them, is I saw Bellator streaming live because I follow the one on Facebook. I saw they were streaming a fight.
Oh yeah, I think they do the early ones.
The early ones. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I was watching that one. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's today then. Rory versus Gegard.
Saucy.
So then, yeah, I got the fights, and I started it at Gaston Bolanos, and we'll move down from the main event, but Mousasi dominating, and I don't see anyone doing anything to Mousasi in that division. I think Machida, maybe. Machida's already beaten him. But
who did he ask for?
It was close, and it was kind of.
I think he asked for
Lovato Jr.
Yeah, Lovato.
He said he deserves it. He's got 6 in a row.
And he's a jiu-jitsu, right? Yeah, like, yeah, because Gegard could get through him.
Gegard's gonna keep it on the feet.
Yeah, he's gonna sprawl.
Yeah, let's strike, bitch. Let's strike.
Oof. Oh man. It's a fight though.
Yeah.
Unless he can knock him out.
But he's not ducking away from Machida. He said he wants Machida.
No, yeah,
after.
he wants him after, which is crazy. He could just call his shots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out all these scoops.
Well, it's funny because Rory called him out, and he's like,
"All right,
you want some,
let's
bro?
do this.
you want some? All right, cool. I'll give you
like,
some.
And I don't gotta cut weight. All right,
I'll give you some.
Yeah, that's an easy check for Mousasi.
Yeah. His personality's come out a lot more recently in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I remember the Luke Thomas show. Dude's funny.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
He's like silly, in like a weird way.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he's quiet.
Yeah, it's like I can't be saying some of this stuff like the way I want to say it. Like you're not allowed to. Like you can't swear and stuff. He wants to swear, like, or he'll want to. It's funny.
So that leaves some questions for Rory. I don't know if he's still in the tournament. What if his nose is fucked up? He's got to face John Fitch.
Ooh, and how long?
I don't know when that is, but he's in the tournament.
Ooh, that's gonna be, oh man, and then losing like that. Cause what did they count it as, TKO? Or what was it, tapping the strikes?
I don't know.
Cause I think he tapped. I don't know if that's what they called the fight as. I feel like I saw him tap at one point because he just noticed like he's not gonna get away from this. So
yeah, TKO, elbows and punches.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess before he tapped, they stopped it.
That's life, people. You hear dogs out there? That's Chicago.
Dogs. Fucking dogs.
Shut that fucking dog up! Yeah, so he took him out. Elbows.
No dogs were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so y'all know. We're just fucking around.
Relax. And then in the co-main event, we had Quentin Rampage Jackson versus Wanderlei Silva.
Rampage. Oh, that shit was crazy. They gave you little flashes of brilliance. It was amazing.
So,
like,
Chuck and Tito are what got me watching the UFC, but when I went back and I started appreciating MMA for what it was, Wanderlei and Rampage are two of the guys that I was like, these are my favorite guys.
The pride stuff.
These are the guys I want to watch.
Yes.
These are the guys that get my dick hard in a non-gay way. But
it's the blood moving, I understand.
Yeah, dude, Wanderlei would come out like the axe murderer. There's no other perfect name for him than the fucking axe murderer. He'd come out and want to take your fucking head off.
Yep.
Just
slicing hooks.
Yeah, slicing hooks at your head.
Amazing.
Caution to the wind.
Throwing crazy jump knees.
Yeah, dude.
Pulling you into his fucking tie clinch.
He was going to do anything and everything he could to get any opening and hit you in any opening you left him. Even if it was
He'll
untechnical.
stomp your fucking head.
Yeah, he didn't care. He didn't care. He'll bite you if it was legal. If it was legal, he'll bite your nose off.
He'd definitely do it.
Yeah. If they didn't stop him, he would. If it wasn't illegal, he would bite your fucking nose off. He'd take chunks of you out.
Because he'd probably have to take his mouth guard out. So
Yeah.
he probably thinks about it. He's like, no, I guess I can't bite.
Yeah.
Got this thing in the way. But you could probably still do it.
The guy's a savage, man. The guy's a fucking savage.
Yeah, for sure. That way of just fighting, though, just throwing himself into fire.
And Rampage was a savage in his own way.
Yep.
And
he fucking...
In more of a controlled way, but you want to fuck with me? Let's go. And I'm going to slam the fuck out of you. I'm going to put you to bed with these slams. Because he slammed a lot of guys that were a lot smaller, a lot of Japanese dudes. Poor guys, but you know, that's who... Yeah, they weighed in at 205. You know, Rampage lost weight at 205. They weighed in like at 205, and they were really 185ers. It's just they got paid money to move up, and they were names, and Rampage was a name coming up. So he got paid to fuck up little Chinese or Japanese dudes and slam them. These guys would like go against him. He just pick them up and slam them on their collars, and he just had
smash dudes and knock them the fuck out.
Knock dudes out. He was just vicious. He was a brawler. That's what you call a brawler.
Yo. But like good hands though. They weren't wild.
Yeah.
Like where Vanderlei's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Just fucking
those
throws.
Windows.
Yeah, he's just throwing like arms are like sometimes fully extended.
Yeah.
So you see that shit coming, but sometimes you just
Rampage
can't get out of the way.
Technique.
Yeah, he tucks his shit in.
It's just Vanderlei knew how to throw everything else, and that's what threw off Rampage in the first fights. He knew how to throw knees. He knew how to get him in a clinch. Do you know? I should just randomly get you guys in Muay Thai clinch so you guys see how nasty it is. This shit is nasty because there's pivot points that you create on the floor with your feet that I can control your body because I'm controlling your neck.
Right.
So
where throw them
where the head goes, the body goes, and I'm creating pivot points, and you're like, what the fuck? And your body goes that way, and it's like you're tripping.
Yeah.
Muay Thai has some good clinch work, and that's not really worked on an MMA, just because it's kind of dangerous. You're freeing up both of your hands to go for a clinch around the neck, and they have their hands open, and they can drop down and take you down.
Right.
They can double leg, which isn't allowed in Muay Thai, so that's not a worry in Muay Thai, but it is in MMA. If you get a guy that you know is not going to take you down, then the Muay Thai clinch is pretty...
Maybe against the cage, but even then, they probably have a way to get out of there.
So, Verdum versus Cain. Do you remember? It was a lot of cage work, and it was a lot of plum clinch.
Yeah.
Cain didn't want to go to the floor. He didn't want to get tapped out, so he's like, I can't take him down. Verdum had a grapple with it, or had a strike with him, so what did he do? He worked him against the cage and had him in a plum clinch a lot. And he was if you remember, Cain was trying to work his neck out of a lot of plum clinches because he was getting his neck squeezed on by Verdum.
Yeah.
Verdum likes that Muay Thai.
True.
Yeah, but
I'm just remembering now.
At this stage of MMA, Rampage was a boxer wrestler. Vanderlei was a wild Muay Thai / I can submit you.
But hardly ever.
Yeah, hardly ever.
I don't need to do that.
No. I'm
just going to smash your face.
That's not what I do.
No.
I'm going to smash your face in. And he used the Muay Thai that Quentin didn't know, which there's aspects of it in Muay Thai. Boxing, there's aspects of it in Muay Thai. Not a lot, which we'll probably get to a little bit later. But Vanderlei was able to exploit those areas that Quentin couldn't.
Right.
And maybe the juice was up in a little bit
The
too.
juice was at a maximum.
Yeah. If you're telling me Vanderlei was not juicing,
oh, dude,
I'm telling you, you're full of shit.
It was coming out of his eyeballs.
Yeah. I don't believe anything you say. He was in.
She was not
I think there's times that you can see they were injecting him in the ring before the fight. They were juicing him up.
Ready, and give me a second.
Yeah, give me a second.
Go.
Hold up. Let me get the needle out, bro. But, we had glimpses of the first two fights, the first three fights. So the first one ends with knees. Vanderlei takes out Rampage, and I think it's the bloody mess of Rampage hanging from his chest. His chest is on the bottom rope, and he's hanging down, and there's blood dripping everywhere.
Damn. Like a goddamn movie.
Yeah. Second one, knees again. Or kicks. I forget which one it was. I think it was kicks. It's starting. I need to go watch the highlights again. And then, because there's also a Shogun one that incorporates knees and kicks that takes out Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
But Vanderlei uses that to take out Rampage in the first two. They meet in that's when they meet in Pride. Rampage, I think his first fight was... No, it wasn't. What was it, Vanderlei? Forgot who it was. I think it was another black guy.
In the UFC?
Yeah, it was another black guy.
I don't remember his...
Because he fought Vanderlei in the UFC and put him down with a beautiful block hook. So they were fighting. He let Vanderlei in, and he let Vanderlei come in and attack him. And when Vanderlei attacked, he went, boom, took it, knew the other one was coming, blocked it, and already had this one ready to come, and boom, just fucking caught Vanderlei. And if you guys remember, Vanderlei's hands just shoot up, and he just dies.
He gone.
Yeah, his soul left his body and then came back to him a little bit later. But his soul went like for a bathroom break or something. Probably went to go get a cheeseburger. Left Vanderlei. But he put him out. He kind of got revenge because then he came back with the fucking boom, boom, and the ref stopped it. He got two after. Yeah, he got two after that. He shouldn't. That he didn't need.
He's already done.
Yeah, that one was a perfect hook. That was a KO. So that was the third fight. Rampage's revenge, and so they have a fourth one. Vanderlei picked up two. For some reason, they were given a third. Well, not for some reason, because it was super entertaining. They put on a third one. Rampage picks up the third one. Devastating fashion. All fights have ended in devastating fashion, so they decided to put on a fourth one.
Nothing ever goes to the judges.
Yeah, with these guys, nope.
Old ass man.
Yeah, so in...
Still doing it.
Pure Vanderlei and Rampage style, they start off where they left off. A little bit more timid, a little bit more holding back, a little bit more like,
A little bigger.
Mm-hmm. A little bit bigger, a little beefier.
Yeah,
a little bit beefier.
A little more weight on those punches.
Yeah, I think Rampage was respecting Vanderlei a little bit more because Vanderlei moved up. And
he had the speed advantage.
Yeah, he was respecting him a little bit, and he did get clipped a little bit, and he did hurt Rampage.
No, yeah, it was
where
a good
fight.
fight.
Whoa, I was like, get the fuck out of here. What's going on here, Rampage? Like, get your shit together. I guess I was rooting for Rampage. Just because Vanderlei's done a lot of questionable shit recently. I'm like, if I had to root for someone, I'm rooting for Rampage. I still like Vanderlei, but I was like, whoa, what's going on, Rampage? Pick it up. Put your defense up. Put your jab out there. Why are you letting them hit you like this? Like, what's going on? And I forgot what it was that he eventually caught him with. But he eventually puts him down, hurts him, follows it up, and the ref stops the fight. He's on top of Rampage, landing shots. Rampage picks up the victory. It's 2-2, and they're making a fifth one. They're doing a fifth one.
Not like we're not gonna watch it,
dude. They're making Chuck Tito fucking.
Oh God.
Chuck Tito 3, even though Tito's lost twice by knockout.
Oof.
Why are they even doing that fight? Well, because
Tito's revenge.
Well, yeah, because now fucking Chuck's like 1,000,000 years old.
The bad boy comes back.
It's like, this isn't even unfair.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
He's fighting. Why did he fight his grandpa next?
Are we fight companion?
We could. I don't even know when it is, but we could. We could.
No, let's not do that.
So Rampage wins second round, 4:32 of the second round. TKO punches. And the fight before that, we had a badass fight. We had Douglas Lima versus Andrei Koreshkov.
Ooh, a very methodical fight.
Yeah, so Douglas Lima, for people that don't know, he's fought in Bellator. I think his whole career, but he's been a fucking beast. He's got devastating kicks, great striker, and he's got a great ground game. I wouldn't say he's like a fantastic wrestler or anything, like not out of this world, but he can wrestle. But I don't think he utilizes as much as he needs to. Like I said, his striking is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, his striking is really crisp.
Andrei Koreshkov, the Russian wrestler. I think he beat him the first fight, right? Koreshkov won the first fight.
Yeah.
We won a decision.
And then Lima won the second.
Lima won by knockout.
But he was losing.
Yeah, he was losing.
So Koreshkov was winning that fight. And he was about to win a decision. Gets caught with like a left hook, I think. Drops him, puts him away.
And then this one, you can see the definite improvements in Lima's game from the first to the second to the third. He's ever so improving. Picks up a submission victory. I think it was in the 4th round on Koreshkov, rear naked choke.
5th round.
5th round?
Yeah.
Yep, 5th round. You're right.
And right away smashing the leg, that lower leg kick to the calf.
Yeah, do you remember Rory's leg?
Devastating.
He fucked up Rory's leg.
Dude.
Rory had to get taken out of there.
It looked like Koreshkov was switching stances like before that even happened. Like from the last fight, he was like, I don't want to get hit there again, so I'm gonna come in switch.
So
or southpaw.
Seeing as how Lima adapts so well to someone's game plan, sees them, and ever so improves in his game towards you, it's going to be interesting to see him against Rory again now for a rematch against that title because it was such a close fight.
Yeah, man, that's going to be close.
I think it came down to that last round.
Yeah.
So
solid fights, man. Solid fights at Bellator.
Dude, yeah, Bellator's been putting on good cards, solid fights.
They're competitive, you know?
Yeah, like, and they got young talent, and they know what they're doing with them, and they're using them right.
Yeah, one guy isn't blowing out another guy.
Which brings us to our next fight.
Then we have this, which is, oh my God. What?
So,
what?
MMA fans, I think I've been saying it for his last fight or two. Everyone's been saying it, all the MMA analysts. But people that don't know, check out Aaron Pico. Keep your eyes out for Aaron Pico. When Aaron Pico fights, watch that kid. You guys want to see this guy fight. I think he's like 23 years old. He's 4-1 or 5-1 in Bellator now. He lost his first fight, but he lost a guy that was higher in weight than him, a lot more experience, and it was his first fight. Never had an amateur fight.
He might be less than that, dude. Check him. He might be like 2-1 or something.
Aaron?
Yeah.
Aaron Pico's fought a bunch, dude,
what?
in Bellator. You've been missing his fights.
4-1? Are you crazy?
Yeah. You haven't seen his fights?
I did watch this. I'm like, wait. Oh, yeah. I'm just like putting them all together for some reason because
they've ended so
punches
fast.
to the body.
So all of his fights have ended in the first
crazy.
round. All of them. He goes for the body shots like no one else does, and a lot more viciously.
Devastating.
A lot more often.
Man.
And a lot more effectively than anyone we've seen in the UFC and MMA. And he trains with Freddie Roach. He trained with who's a Puerto Rican boxer?
Oh, Miguel Cotto.
He trained with Miguel Cotto.
He was one of his sparring partners for one of his fights.
Yeah, he trains with Dillashaw. This guy is the real deal. This guy is no joke.
Got that wrestling background.
Yeah, he's won his last 4 fights by knockout. He's got a wrestling background. The kid's phenomenal.
I think he was supposed to be in the Olympics. It was an alternate or something. Like he's that level.
Yeah, and I think he still wants to do that though.
And he's only 22.
5'8", 140.
22.
145.
That's crazy.
The kid's taking 100% dedication into the sport, learning the craft. It's phenomenal.
That's a fucking athlete.
Un fenomeno.
That's fucking high caliber shit.
Yep. So he picks up another victory against Leonardo Ego. And Ego is nothing to be laughing at. Like,
he just got off a title fight.
Yeah. Ego lost to Darian Cadwell by submission. He's fought in Bellator. 3 fights in Bellator. He's fought in LFA, RFA, Arena Fight 5. He's had a bunch of... Damn, he's had a lot of fights, actually.
Mm-hmm.
He's 18-5.
Exactly. Telling you something also. He's seasoned.
Yeah.
This guy has seen up-and-comers like this kid before.
And Aaron Pico took him out in the first round.
The first round.
Ego was trying to apply pressure, but ultimately... Pico's pressure was more. It came more to a head. He pushed more. Landed better strikes, attacked the body better, and Ego just couldn't. He landed some strikes. That's the only kind of chink that we've seen in Pico's armor is him getting hit, and him being too eager and him coming forward, and that's why he gets hit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe him not utilizing defense and distance as much.
But he's getting better.
As he should, which we will talk about distance when we get to UFC 229.
With the
main
king.
Event.
The king of Ireland.
Yeah. So Aaron Pico picks up another victory against a seasoned opponent. So we'll see where Aaron jumps up in competition after that. But interesting.
I mean, this was already a huge jump for him.
Yeah.
And he fucking passed that test easy.
Yeah. And then we had Kerry Melendez versus a debuting Dakota Zimmerman, and Zimmerman gave her a fight.
That shit was close.
Yeah. It's pretty close. Kerry Melendez picks up a win. It was a lot of submission
hometown fucking favoritism helped, I think.
A lot of submission.
It was a close fight.
Ground game with Melendez being on top. Not too much going on, but she picks up the win.
Or no, Zimmerman was on top, I think, for a lot of it.
Was she?
Yeah, but she wasn't doing anything with it. She was just kind of holding her there. Carrie couldn't get her off. But, like, when they were on the feet, I think Carrie was getting the better of it.
She was definitely getting the better of it on the feet.
Yeah, I think that's what wanted the fight, is just those moments. Because in the grappling, nothing really happened. There's maybe one attempt at one point. But she got through the round in that one.
So I missed the rest of the card except this last one. This is where I jumped in. The Gaston Bolanos fight versus Isidro Gutierrez. And Gaston Bolanos' fantastic striking skills. His striking pedigree came into fruition. He gets a win by KO. Second round, 137. He's fought in Glory before, so... Or in Muay Thai. I think it's Glory.
He's legit as fuck, man.
Yeah, he's got an extensive record in...
he got a KO by spinning back elbow.
Yeah, spinning elbows are crazy.
Beautiful.
So, he's a badass striker. And, I think it was the first fight that was televised, and a lot of people were kind of pissed about that because I forgot who wasn't televised that they wanted. But they're building Gaston Bolanos because he has a striking pedigree and he's super young, so it's someone that they could build off of and possibly build a star. Which they're building stars, if you ask me. Aaron Pico.
Yeah, for sure, man. You gotta invest in the people.
Yeah, invest in your young guys, especially if they're that good.
And those two are fucking good.
Let's see. That's all I had for Bellator 206. Badass card, in my opinion. If they're gonna keep putting on cards like this, they have another tournament right around the corner. They're just doing it.
That was just the first match of the welterweight thing.
Oh yeah, Lima versus that. Yeah, we didn't even mention that. That was the first round.
First match.
Yeah, that was the first round of the middleweight.
I think next is Michael Venom Page. Daly.
That's gonna be a good fight too. That's the fight that everyone wanted.
Yep. And then it's the Rory one, right? Supposedly, maybe they'll move that one.
Maybe
switch
they should swap it out.
Yeah. I don't know how far ahead they have their calendar.
And just in case people don't know, all the fights are 5-round fights because the championship is on the line, and it's
title's on the line till the end. That's crazy. Rory's nuts, man. Rory's fucking crazy. Because he could just lose it, and that's it. He lost the title. That's fucking nuts. Yeah. He's got to win it.
He's got to win the tournament to keep his title.
Pressure, bro. Pressure.
This camera's working out so much better, this one.
Yeah?
It was fucking up the other day. I don't know why. Yours.
Bitch.
Yes, it was so much better. Let's see. We got a little bit of news, I think. What do you think about them trying to strip Daniel? Did you want these?
No.
About them trying to strip Daniel Cormier for the 205-pound title to give it to DC, or no, to give it to John Jones and Gustafsson.
Are they gonna do that?
They want to. You didn't hear about that? They want to do it. They keep talking
Didn't
about it more and more.
they just announce? When are they doing that?
I keep hearing 232, but I'm not sure about that.
232. Damn, no, I haven't heard about that one. I heard that they were trying to put it in for the MSG card, but then they just put Valentina and
So I was about to say
Eubanks.
that was the next thing.
So like, what the fuck are we to do now?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so next topic we have Valentina Shevchenko versus Sijara Eubanks.
I think, have we seen her fight before?
I have.
I'm trying to remember if I have.
I've seen her fight once, so I'm going to break it down for everybody because even Joe Rogan doesn't know who Sijara Eubanks is.
That's where we are in this shit right
Yeah,
now.
this is
crazy.
the shit they threw together. This is worse than the science project I would give last minute that I would do the night before.
Miss Marconi was
Yeah.
always pissed.
Yeah.
That was my teacher's name.
Some bullshit about like tennis balls or something. And opening a can and keeping it sealed if they lost. I don't know. Some stupid bullshit. This is worse than that. This is worse than my shitty science projects I would turn in second grade. that I would work on the day before. You know how girls would walk in with like their almost like their wooden fucking display boards that had like fucking hardware which opened up and it was like a fucking display and it was like
Damn,
a whole like dude, yeah, they were on it.
Damn.
They were fucking on it. They would shit. That's why I wouldn't even try just because anything I would do would just shit on it.
Damn.
So I would just come up with something the day before or something and try to put it together. But see, that's where I'm not your prep guy. I'm your get it done guy. Because I got through it. All right.
Get her done.
Get it done. But yeah, no, this is. You give me any amount of time, I would have made a fucking better pay-per-view than this. The headline, like, this is embarrassing.
I think the rest of the card is good too, and that's the
MSG should fucking pull out from MMA again. They should be like, you know what? No MMA. If you're gonna give us this bullshit ass match,
away.
There's no MMA in New York anymore.
Headline.
That's the punishment you get for giving us this shit, UFC.
Cause didn't Eubanks miss weight?
Yeah. So here's what it is. UFC needed a 125-pound women's division. Instead of doing the smart thing and having women that already have experience and fights that are struggling at 135 and at 115 move up or move down to 125 and create a tournament of skilled women that already have experience.
Wouldn't have had this problem.
You know what? Let's have a show of all new girls at 125. That division's not real, so let's just pull together these girls from smaller promotions that there aren't a lot of that fight at 125 that have low records. Let's just do that one. And that's what they did. And what you wound up for your main event of that Ultimate Fighter was Nico Montana versus Sijara Eubanks. And guess what? Sijara didn't make weight. So they threw in Roxanne Modafferi. All respect to Roxanne Modafferi. She shouldn't have been in that fight. She did not deserve a title fight. She didn't win the show.
And then she lost.
Oh, she got destroyed.
Yeah, she got beat up pretty good.
Yeah. I have to move that real quick.
Ay. Yeah.
The wind's strong today.
Shit is
We couldn't even grill. We're gonna grill
crazy.
some. We're gonna roast some chicken thighs, but we had to fucking cook them inside because We couldn't start the grill because it was too fucking windy. We didn't want to. Yeah, so that was your main event for the Ultimate Fighter for the 125-pound division. And so Jara misses weight. Roxanne steps in. Nico wins, but she's like 4-3, or she's like 4-2, or like 5. She's got less than 10 fights, and like 40% of them are losses. I'd say 30% of them are
ain't
losses.
no one trying to get in there with Valentina.
Yeah,
she's a killer.
So then you have the mess of, okay, now you have such a young champion. She couldn't fight a young challenger, so she fought Roxanne, still won, because Roxanne, she's not at that level. And then Shevchenko's like, and it's not Shevchenko's fault. She's like, I'm dropping down to 125 and I want a shot at that title. And then people are like, oh, we gotta wait your turn. Who's in line? Tell me who's gonna fucking beat Shevchenko. Tell me who has a better record than her, a better pedigree. I don't care if she was a 135 pounder. I don't care about that. This is a new division. When you have a champion that's fucking like 4-3, no defenses in the UFC, you can't tell me that. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, they're not on the same level.
Yeah, so they make Nico versus Shevchenko. Nico can't make it because weight cutting issues, I think it is, or kidney. No, it's weight cutting issues.
Yeah, it's a weight cutting issue.
Shevchenko can't fight. I forgot what it was. 228. Yeah, I think it was 228. So. The last one. So they move it, or they strip Nico of the title, and they're gonna put Shevchenko in a title fight, and they're gonna do Joanna versus Shevchenko, which makes a lot of sense. Shevchenko moves down for 135. She's challenged for the title twice or once, but she's fought she's fought champions, and then Joanna's gonna move up. That makes 100% sense. That makes sense in everyone's book, and that will clarify your fuck up in the 125-pound division. And what do? You cancel that fight, and you make a fight at 125 for the belt with Shevchenko and Eubanks.
Why you do that?
Like I said, New York should outlaw MMA again.
I mean, I don't think it matters to them. To them, it's just an event.
Yeah.
Okay. It's definitely irking.
And then to not make Diaz versus Poirier for the 165-pound title. All right, give us Shevchenko Eubanks. Who cares? But make Nate Poirier for the 165-pound title and give that as the main event and do the other one as the co-main event. They're both main events. They're both title fights, but Nate and Poirier would be higher because they're the higher weight division. So they would be the main event.
It's a more exciting fight.
Well, I think they go by weight divisions. How I've seen it done.
Yeah.
I think if it's a heavyweight fight and a light heavyweight fight,
even if you didn't want to do for the belt, winner of that match might face Conor. So, like, even without the belt, if you put the belt, awesome, definitely main event.
I think they're saving that for Conor, though, don't you think?
Yeah,
I think
165.
I think they're trying to save 165 for Conor.
Shit. Damn, they're gonna be crazy like that.
Why are they holding like that? That's the thing. Why are they holding on this division for Conor? For Conor.
Damn. Why? Fucking Conor. Fucking Conor, man. Why he's gotta be so good?
Why not give it a Nate and Poirier for Conor?
I'm saying, just give it to him.
For Conor.
And then,
because I don't think Woodley would drop down to 165.
Because then you could add all this other excitement to that. Those like 3 divisions. Because you're gonna clear out some people from each, you know. And you're gonna have this new division, and now everyone's jockeying for position again. Because now you've rocked all the lineups. Because there's people who can move up, there's people who could drop that, and it would be better suited. So there's a lot of possibilities there.
Shout outs to Dead Caesar. Dropping comments. Where were we? I lost track, sorry.
The 165 possibility. of that division and how it would affect other divisions.
But yeah, we're in news, right? Yeah, but that's Shevchenko. Eubanks is garbage, complete garbage.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it. Whatever.
Yeah, Quadra liked that retweet I did online. I don't know why. I don't know if he was.
Which one?
Really knew what it was. Shevchenko versus Eubanks. I retweeted it.
Oh.
And then he liked it. I don't know if he knew.
He's probably just acknowledging it, like, yeah, fight.
Yeah,
cool.
Fight. And then I'm like, well, dude, it's Shevchenko versus Eubanks.
Yeah, I don't think he understands the stipulations.
And he again, Eubanks has had one fight in the UFC.
I know, it's crazy. One.
And it wasn't like she
and
went
then
in there
direct to title fight.
Yeah, she didn't go in there and starch a girl. She just went in there and won a decision. So.
Yeah, UFC's getting crazy nowadays.
Yeah.
What are they thinking? Fucking Dana going crazy.
Yeah, that's all I got for news, I think.
News.
Yeah, that's all I got for MMA news. Let's talk about a little bit of 229, and then I'll let you get out of here, Tucan, because I know you just came from work.
229.
I know you want to get to sleep.
229. All the Irish are going up against the Russians. Here we go.
So,
or the Dagestanis, right?
Conor Khabib, who wins?
Oh,
right
dude,
away.
I don't fucking know. That's why it's such a fun fight. Like, I don't even care. That's how much I love fighting. I don't care. Like, because I like watching both of them fight.
I love it.
They're
too.
great to watch.
It's just once I started the show, then I started having to pick. So.
No, yeah, like if you're wanting me to root for one, like who am I rooting for? I'm rooting for Khabib.
You're rooting for Khabib?
Dude, I love the underdog story. I love the underdog story. I want the little guy to win. Like, that's what I want.
I bought into the mysticism when he was.
Oh, dude, he's magic for sure.
He sold me after the Jose Aldo fight. Once he knocked out Jose Aldo, I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but that was that psychological warfare, which is it's brilliant, man. I agree, but that shit didn't work on Nate.
No.
And to me, that second fight was fucking a draw. Like, to me, yeah, exactly. Like, there was no clear winner there. Yeah, he can say he won, but to me, it's like, did you win really, though? Did you win really?
Because Nate really won.
Yeah, like, convincingly, you think you won?
Yeah,
like,
because the judges said he won, but Nate could have just never let go, and then that was it.
You're dead.
Yeah.
You're dead. Like, he had you. This is real life. He had you.
Quadra just wants to see Shevchenko fight. I can't.
Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't knock that.
I can't knock that. I like watching her do her Polish dance that she does, and she also did a lot of South American TV shows where she danced. Like.
Yeah, she already had the footwork.
Yeah, she's got a lot of dancing footwork. She's got a nice body too.
She does work on it.
Yeah.
About it.
Back to 229.
Back to 229.
So you're going Khabib, I'm going Conor.
I'm going Khabib.
So if I find proper 12,
to beat the fuck out of him.
If I find proper 12 for Saturday, you're not getting none, bro.
Oh, what?
You better bring your own vodka.
That's fucked up.
You better bring your own vodka.
I gotta
bro.
bring vodka.
Yeah, you gotta bring your own vodka.
Khabib's Muslim though. He doesn't even drink.
Yeah, he doesn't drink at all, right?
No, he doesn't drink at all. He can't partake in such things.
Yeah, that's why Conor was like, why not? I was like, because he's fucking religious, Jack.
Yeah, it's like he has beliefs, bro.
Yeah. I'm like, he ain't gonna drink.
Which is kind of funny, me like rooting for a guy with religious beliefs, because I don't have any. Because for what?
So,
what are you so scared of?
That Caesar wants to say that Khabib has way more stamina.
I mean, if he's fighting his fight, maybe.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
If Conor's keeping him at bay where he wants him, that's going to be a long night for him.
If he's able to grab Conor's legs and wrap him up and hold him on the floor, yeah, he's got a ton of stamina.
Yeah.
But if Conor's able to get up, land a lot of shots, land that push kick to the stomach that he was doing against Mendez, keep him at distance, land the jab every so often, land some shots, drain the energy.
Because Conor has amazing footwork. And we saw Khabib on his feet. It's not great.
Conor's angles are what's kind of what I'm really liking too. How he angles off, how he's able to escape, and how he's able to use his distance. So they both know how to use distance, but Conor uses it on the outside very well and on the inside. On the outside, he uses his jab to keep the distance and kind of pitter-patter your way and kind of measure himself, kind of be like, haha, okay, cool.
And that that kick to the gut.
And that teep kick, that front kick that he does. Sometimes it's to the gut, sometimes it's to the face, and he's measuring himself. He's putting out that ruler. He's getting his distance, and he's very good at that. And he's always jumping in and out, kind of fucking throwing you off a little bit. But always measuring.
So you can never adjust.
Yeah, always measuring himself out. Always measuring himself out. And he's always throwing a little bit of shit out there, so you can't get in your rhythm, but it's stuff that's getting him into his rhythm. Khabib, his distance measuring is, I need to get on the inside. Once I'm on the inside, I win.
Yeah, it's destroy that fucking round.
I need to go in.
Crash that shit.
His striking is horrible, but his striking has adapted to the point where it works to get him to the inside, or it'll work to land a big shot, or if the big shot doesn't knock him out, it's leading in. And it's something Fedor would do, but it's a variation to what I would say. Fedor would come in with a big overhand, but that overhand, if it didn't connect, it always was followed through with his body, and then he would turn it into a takedown. He would sweep your leg and kind of push you with that right hand if it didn't land. Almost sweeping your leg and pushing you down at the same time and throwing you down. Khabib comes in with a little swooping kind of level switch, and
the eagle punch.
The eagle punch that they call it. But if it doesn't knock you out or it doesn't land, it cuts the distance.
Throws that shit knuckles up.
Yeah, but
throws it like bang.
Well, that's how you're supposed to throw a hook. Like people.
Yeah, but like he does it from like an uppercut.
It's really
this shit
weird.
is so crazy.
It's almost like a shovel hook, but they call it the eagle punch.
Yeah, that's so weird.
It's
fucking Khabib.
Yeah.
And then he follows it up, and then that's people get confused with that shit.
Yeah, because he closes the distance with it. If it's not to knock you out, it's to close the distance. And it's a lot what Fedor would do, a combination of a striking / takedown exchange. And it's what Sambo does. It's what it teaches you to do. It's a combination of the two. It's flowing them together. And it's something that he does very well. So that's his distance measurement, but it's more of cutting the distance to grab you. Conor knows how to control the distance and play with it in his hands and manipulate it and just do what he wants with it.
Like bait you into traps and stuff.
And we've seen him on the inside as well with his angles and his escapes. Because when he does the angles and he pivots, his escapes are so much faster because he's cutting the distance of his escape so much more. Because if he cuts the angle and moves a little bit, Khabib has to adjust now too,
right? In
order to grab him, in order to square up, in order to get a good takedown, in order to get his hands on him, to sweep him, to trip him. So I think those angles are going to come in very handy, especially when he's angling off and landing those really weird uppercuts he likes throwing just to pitter patter him off. I think it's going to be a lot of that hitting him and getting out of there. He likes doing that a lot, and he like I said, his bounciness I think is going to allow him to land strikes and get out of there very well against what Khabib is going to try to do. Is going to come in with those weird eagle punches and distance cutting punches to try to grab him. And I think Conor is going to know how to play with that. And I think that's where it comes down to. I think it's Khabib always has the same game plan. Come in with his hooks, eagle punches in order to grab you and get you down. And that's it. That's his game.
And smashes you.
Smash you.
Until he decides
why you not quit? You quit, my friend.
Yeah.
And
it's
Conor,
terrifying. That's why I want to see him win, though.
And I think Conor knows.
We've never seen Conor at that position. Never.
I think we've seen Conor been able to fuck with people because he knows how to play with the distance. He knows how to play with the range, and he's really accurate with his punches. And it's going to be a matter of how much his ground game is improved. Because if he can keep on getting Khabib off, if he can keep on getting up and making Khabib work for the takedown and hitting Khabib, Khabib is going to get tired. And we've seen Khabib get tired, and when Khabib gets tired, he can't take you down.
Yeah.
And if Khabib if he can't take you down,
that's the end of his fight.
He's got to box with you.
Oof. That shit is gonna be crazy.
That's where I'm like, whoa. Because we've seen it kind of happen with lesser strikers. And again, we haven't seen Conor's full extent of wrestling.
Yeah, because when he fought Mendes didn't have a camp. He had no tank. That shit is crazy.
All right, quick look over to the messages. Dead Caesar says Khabib's got way more stamina. I think we addressed that a little bit. Conor ain't knocking shit out.
So he's rooting for Khabib.
I think he gets a TKO later on. I don't think he gets a.
Conor does?
Yeah, I don't think.
So like third, fourth round.
Fourth round.
Oh shit, that's gonna be a tough fight, man. They're both
I think it's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be a lot of takedowns and get ups and a lot of Conor landing shots and trying to escape and get out of there.
I'm so excited.
Dead Caesar says the Muslims going hard against Conor. He says also fuck ISIS. Mind power Khabib's gonna be sound enough to read them baits. Who knows? Who knows?
He might have worked on it, but it's a lot to work on, man. Conor's fucking footwork is too nice.
Because, so here's the thing. We've seen Khabib versus a good striker, right? Edson Barbosa.
But he's a kicker.
But Edson Barbosa's a Muay Thai guy. In Muay Thai, what my coach taught me was forward, forward, back. Forward, forward, back. That's what we do. We're pit bulls in Muay Thai. Which means we come in and we fucking attack. Forward, forward, back. That's a lot of attacking. Forward, forward, back. For his, like. Conor doesn't do that. Conor goes boop, 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 boop. And he's figuring you out. Back, forward. Getting his distance while throwing yours off.
Yeah. Because you can't ever adjust because he's in motion.
He's always in motion and he's always bouncing. And he's always in that weird stance and he's always throwing weird shit at you. And he's not only measuring his hand distance, but he's throwing weird kicks out there. And maybe just, they're not hitting, but they're touching your hand. And it's like, okay, that's where he is. Maybe I just need to go a little bit forward. And here's what he does that I don't think he picked up from Mayweather, but it's something very similar to Mayweather. Mayweather doesn't give you his full range.
Is he shelling up?
When he's shelling up, he's forward and he's like, hit me. And then when you throw, he goes back and comes forward with a boom. When Conor's striking, he's always leaning forward. And he's at his range. Pop, 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 pop. That way, when you commit a little bit more, he's got the whole follow-through with his body to be able to throw it in. And he's not overextending anymore. He's coming in with devastating full shots. Those other shots are pitter-pattering, distance measuring, fucking up your distance. Once you've been pitter-pattered a little bit more and you come in, he knows his distance. Your distance is a little bit fucked up. He follows through all the way and comes through 100%.
Yeah.
It's in how I equate it to Mayweather. Mayweather's baiting you in by putting his head out there, shelling up, covering his body, having the shoulder roll, waiting for it. When you pop him, or when you try to pop him, he eats it with the shoulder, and you're already overextended, so boom.
It's over the top.
Yep, it's just over the top. Just over the top. And he's waiting for you. He's waiting for your reaction.
High level, man.
And
high level game there.
Yeah.
Because he's giving you the chance to hit him. A lesser man would get hit. It's crazy.
Conor's hands aren't at his face.
Nope.
They're always down. They're always asking to hit. Because whenever you're in sparring and your sparring partner has his hands down, you want to hit him. That's disrespectful. That's to a certain extent it's disrespectful.
Because they're not guarding.
Yeah, exactly.
You want them to guard.
You should always have your defense up.
That means they take your punches serious.
Yeah, exactly. It's disrespectful. It's like, this guy's not going to do anything to me.
Yeah.
I don't think Conor knocks out Khabib. No, I mean, I don't think Khabib knocks out Conor.
Oh,
so I don't think Conor's going to be scared of that
Unless it's
aspect.
on the ground.
Yeah.
Unless he can get him down. And smash him.
But I think Conor can TKO Khabib.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially later on.
I feel like early it's even more dangerous.
Yeah.
Like if early he's got that fucking extra spring in there. And then that kind of wanes off towards the later rounds.
That Caesar says he's talking out of his ass, by the way. He said, fuck Donald Trump. Those are the views and expressions of Red Ribbon Army. Talk is deep. Full Heel Podcast does not condone or any of the thoughts.
Trump is a cunt.
To be honest, I want to see them box. That's the Bruce.
You want to watch everybody box.
Constant
Stop
motion.
playing.
So, you're not gonna see that. You're gonna see Khabib
Bruce
trying
Lee
to
shit.
get it to the floor, and you're gonna see Conor trying to stay up on the feet.
Yeah, because that's where it's better for him to win. Unless he's trying to prove a point, which I don't think he would, like with his jiu-jitsu or something. Like, I've been working with Dylan Dennis, and like I'm trying to show off.
It's a striking specialist versus a grappling specialist. Like, not only like, oh, this guy's a really good wrestler. No, Khabib can submit you. He can ground and pound you out. He can hold you on the floor. He can get you down any which way. He's a grappling specialist. Grappling all which ways
He will
around.
wrestle a bear.
Yeah. And Conor seems to be a striking specialist in the way of accuracy, range, speed.
Yeah.
He can land really good kicks.
That precision timing is crazy.
Pressure, because he knows how to pitter-patter you up, how to hurt you enough to
and
where
then
he
push you towards the cage so that he's setting up his strikes. Like, it's crazy. It's a beautiful thing to watch. It just sucks that he doesn't fight enough.
Yeah.
Because he's rich now. Motherfucker.
It's going to be an awesome fight.
I'm happy for his family.
I'm going with Conor McGregor. I'm rooting for Conor McGregor. It's good for the UFC. It's good for Full Heel Podcast. I want to see him fight more. There's more hype. It's more eyes. Let's do this, baby.
It's going to be a good fight, man.
The King wants his belt back.
The King. And his fucking...
The champ. The notorious one.
His new liqueur.
Proper 12.
Oh, that fucking press conference was hilarious.
Yeah, there's one tomorrow, too.
Holy shit, really?
With the public.
Oh.
That one's open to the public.
I wonder if Conor's going to be acting a fool again or if he's going to chill
100%,
out.
100%.
What if he goes straight murderous but still gets the crowd hype?
What do you mean?
Well, because I saw the first one more as, like, he's trying to show Khabib that he could be wild. And, like, that's what he's going to see.
Yeah.
But then Conor's going to turn that shit off. Because he does that. He exaggerates. And then once he actually gets in the fight, he's fucking calm like a bomb. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get this card up so we can...
Oh, baby!
Finish the rest of 229 because it was a good card.
UFC 229.
Yeah, so
Conor
I'm rooting
Khabib.
Conor. It's going to be an awesome fight.
Oh, it's going to be great.
It's going to be a great fight.
And it's crazy because Khabib's coming in as a champ.
Champ?
Well, because they strip Conor.
Yeah,
so if you're going by the book supposedly says Khabib's the champion right now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Khabib champion?
Khabib time. But no, I'm going Conor. I hope he wins. And then waiting in the wings for the next title shot.
Co-main event.
Yeah, in the co-main event
of the evening.
Tony El Cucuy Ferguson coming off of a devastating knee injury versus Anthony Showtime Pettis, one of my favorite fighters of all time.
A fan favorite.
Yeah, and there's not much I have to say about this fight besides I feel sorry for Anthony Pettis. I think he's going to get smashed.
You think so?
Yeah.
Dude, they both have such crazy scrambling ability, though.
But I just think in the striking department, I think
Tony's more dangerous.
Yeah, like he's like he's got more power. He's gonna take a lot more damage and give you the damage that I don't think Pettis is gonna be willing to accept.
And he's probably got the reach advantage.
Yeah,
probably got some height on him.
And then I think he's got
and
better
Tony
wrestling.
can wrestle. Yeah, I was gonna say Tony can wrestle.
So
damn interesting. Tony could do a lot there.
I just think
it's gonna be a good one though. I'm still convinced it's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, it could turn out to be a really good fight, depending on how Anthony comes in.
True.
But
he seems rejuvenated.
Tony wants a title shot after this, but they're saying Khabib's gonna retire, and then they're saying that fucking GSP might want Khabib. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but Ferguson deserves a legit title shot against a legit champion. I know he had a title, but who did he beat? Black guy.
Kevin Lee.
How'd you get it off just black guy?
I was trying to remember the last black guy he fought. It was Kevin Lee.
Alright, yeah, he won it off of Kevin Lee. I was hoping Quadra would come out and have put Kevin Lee out in the comment section, but no. He
the Motown Phenom.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, he won it off of Kevin Lee. I think he would want a legit title shot. And Conor Khabib is a legit champion out of both of them. Whoever wins is a legit champion. Well, Khabib kind of just beat Al Iaquinta, so we're getting a definitive champion out of this. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, for sure. But then, yeah, if what we heard from Shrub via Josh Thompson that Khabib wants to quit after this fight, that throws a wrench in.
It's a little alarming
and stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess Tony would just be up for the next fucking title fight then.
Yeah. But that kind of fucking sucks, man. I want to see him fight champions. I don't want to see a champion win, retire,
a vacated belt.
Vacated, and then the champion wins it, and then he vacates it too, or some bullshit. Which we're gonna see at 205.
We're in that season now, man. Like that's why I try not to get too hung up on the belts, because it's about the fight. Yeah. Like, who's bringing the best skills? Who's the most exciting fighter? All that shit. Khabib, Conor fills all the requirements. He's got everything.
Yeah.
Tony Anthony Pettis, to me, also has them. Like, they're both great fighters. Pettis was a former champ.
Yeah. In two different organizations. Yeah. UFC and WEC. Last WEC champion. Former UFC champion.
Yeah, beat them. And then did he... Because he beat Henderson for the WEC. And then he had to beat him again for the UFC, right? Yeah. So it's not like he didn't earn them. That dude was legit as fuck. That's going to be a good fight, man. Yeah. It's going to be a good fight.
Dominic Reyes versus OSP. Dominic Reyes has like 4 fights in the UFC. 3 of them by knockout. OSP's been on a
powerful
up and down kind of winning.
With them St. Preux chokes.
Yeah, he's got a lot of St. Preux chokes, but he seems to get up there and then loses. He's had his title shot and then lost against Jones, but
yeah, he just suffers from like that thing where he's not pulling all the skills together, and it's because he hasn't been at it that long. So it's just taking time. Because it's not like he hasn't submitted guys. Yeah. He's done that. He's knocked out guys. He can do it all. It's just he's got to put the whole game together better.
I'm going with OSP this one. I think the experience gets it done.
For sure.
He's got a lot more fights.
With that.
Dominic Reyes is 9-0. I know he's got some good wins, but not against good.
This is a tough fight.
Yeah, against good people. Compared to OSP is what I want to see.
Yeah, because OSP fucking fought John Jones.
And there's jumps in this fucking light heavyweight division from the top to the bottom. And then there's jumps in between that as well. Giant jumps within the UFC itself. I mean, in the division and talent-wise. Like, DC's far ahead of everyone. Jones is far ahead of DC. And then DC's far ahead of everyone. And then Gustafsson... Like, who beats Gustafsson besides...
Not many.
Yeah, not many.
Besides DC and John.
Yeah, and then after that, you have,
crazy. That's a crazy top 3.
Yeah, and then after that, you have, like, a pack that's going, but then after that, it kind of dips off again, and it's like... OSP's in the pack, I think. Like, he's in the pack that you have to get through to face to the top 3.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know who Dominic Reyes has faced.
I think this is his first test. I think this is why.
Like anybody that would get on there, and like this division has leaps and jumps, and I don't know if Dominic Reyes is going to be up for this big of a jump. He's got a lot of names that he could have faced. OSP is not one of them that should have been thrown at him at this.
It's not an easy one. Knock him out.
OSP has 34 fights. Dominic Reyes has 9.
That young man versus old man fight.
Alexander Volkov versus Derek the Black Beast Lewis. I want to go with Black Beast. I'm rooting for Black Beast, but if his back's fucked up, then my pick goes out the window and I lose.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go Volkov because of his mobility. I feel like he has better mobility, and
he's got good ground game too.
Attacks the range.
Yeah,
he knocked out Verdum.
Yeah, I think Volkov wins.
That's crazy. At heavyweight, this guy can move.
I think I picked Black Beast on Average Joe's, but I think Volkov is going to get this one. I think Black Beast's back is comes in too much into question, in my opinion.
He could throw it out at a moment's notice.
And it's a devastating thing to throw out. It's not anything you can fight through.
Oh, no. It gets bad quick.
Yeah, so I think Volkov wins. Watterson, Felice Herrig.
The karate
I think
hottie.
there's a potential of being a fight of the night.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be even.
Mm-hmm.
I think Herrig takes it.
Yeah, I think so. I think her size is going to get it done for her.
Yeah. I think she has the more, what's the word? I don't want to say aggressive striking, but let's go ahead and say aggressive striking. Michelle Watterson, like, she's the karate hottie, right? But I ain't seen her knock bitches out in a minute.
Quad just said I'm racist to expect that because...
Although you wanted him to know the Kevin Lee.
Yeah, I don't know if that's racist. It would be racial. Which is completely different.
Oh, God. Hilarious.
But we can get into that at some other time.
On the next episode, the talk is deep. Rafa's racism.
Yeah.
Or racialness.
Was it racial or racist? You decide.
Let's straighten out this motherfucking Mexican. Oh, God. Oh, I love you, Quadro.
Yeah, I love you too, Quadro.
Sergio Pettis, the little Pettis.
Yeah, Sergio Pettis fighting on the same card as his brother. I thought they didn't want to do that, but alright.
They didn't?
They said that they don't like doing that because it gives them the nerves.
Oh, distracted because they're thinking about the other guy.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
But they probably just went, yo, it's better for marketing, so deal with it, bitch.
Yeah.
Make this money.
Sergio Pettis seems to improve, and I didn't really give him the benefit of the doubt before when he was losing a couple, but
And he's young.
we've seen him improve a lot in his fights and pick up wins that I didn't think he would pick up, and he beat Joe Benavidez. I think he could beat Formiga.
I think so, yeah.
I'm going.
It's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, I'm going Pettis.
Pettis has tough fights a lot of times. Like, they're even.
Yeah.
Because he's usually the younger guy and the veteran. Get him on that experience. Makes it tough for him.
Vicente Luque versus Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner is off of the Dana White's Contender Series. Vicente Luque is a murderer.
Yeah.
Vicente Luque is going to murder this guy. I think it's a late replacement because, like I said, that guy's off of the Contender Series. Vicente Luque is no joke. The guy is well proven, has a lot of experience in the UFC, and he's finished his fights. The guy's nothing to play around with. So
jacked.
Unless the other guy gets a gun or like a knife to come into the octagon with, if that's in the contract, they worked it out. Okay, but I don't think that's part of the contract.
Just bring a steel chair, bro. You're good.
Tanya Evans or Aspen Ladd should be a good fight. Aspen Ladd's a young, up and coming 23-year-old, I think, in that division. She might be younger.
Oh, and this is Tanya's first 135 fight.
Yeah, she used to fight at 145. She fought against Cyborg last.
Yeah.
It's been like a year.
That was her first UFC fight. This is her second one, barely.
Yeah. I want Aspen Ladd to win. I like Aspen Ladd. I don't know who wins though.
I'm going for Evanger.
Yana Kunitskaya versus Lena Landsberg.
Yana Kunitskaya.
I'm not really excited for this fight at all. I'm just gonna watch it, whatever. I got Kunitskaya winning. She fought Cyborg as well. Kunitskaya.
You said Kunitskaya, which is hilarious.
Kunitskaya.
What does that
mean?
She's
a kunt.
She's a kunt. Kunitskaya.
Yeah. She's dropping down to 135.
Kunitskaya.
I'm going with her. I don't know.
I wonder where she's from.
Who you got?
I have no idea. I'm not familiar with Lena Land. Maybe I have seen them fight. I just don't remember.
It's not exciting.
No. We shall see. I'm still gonna watch it. Fuck it.
Alan Patrick Silva Alves. Cut down on the names, bro.
Yeah, you got a lot of names, dude.
Yeah.
That's 4 names.
Yeah.
You got 2 first names and 2 last names.
Yeah, that's too many.
Alan Patrick Silva Alves.
That's
Pick.
too many. Versus
Pick.
Scott Holtzman. I've seen Holtzman fight a couple times, and not the other guy with like 4 names. So I don't know too much about these guys, so I'm not even gonna make a pick. I'm gonna watch it.
15-1, 11-2.
Gray Maynard's back versus Nick Lentz.
Oh, wow.
I know these guys.
Gray Maynard.
I'm going Nick Lentz just because I think Gray Maynard's done, man. We haven't seen the same Gray Maynard in the last like 4 of his fights. He's just been horrible.
I
His chin's
wonder
not there.
why.
I wonder. Are you saying that he doesn't have Michael's secret stuff?
Who's Michael? And what is this about secret stuff?
The juice. The high C.
The high C?
The Capri Suns, bro.
Oh, the juice. It's very... Man, you never know now.
Nick Lentz
That's craziness happening.
isn't that old. He's a tough guy, and he hits hard. I think he's going to be able to land shots on Maynard that he can't take anymore. It's going to be too much.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those... Put him away, man. We've seen a couple of retirements recently.
Yeah.
It's sad to see for me.
This might be another one.
Means I'm getting old.
Yeah. Ryan
Lord.
LaFleur versus Tony Martin. I've seen these guys fight, but not too much. I'm going with LaFleur. I don't know why.
Because he's Canadian?
Yeah. No, they're actually both American.
Oh, are they?
I thought
Why
he was,
does LaFleur
I thought he
sound
was
con- is it
Canadian
the
as well.
La?
I said that yesterday to Jeff, and he's like, they're American. I'm like, okay, I was wrong. But I
Whoops.
thought he was Canadian as well.
I could swear. Is his mother... No, crazy. I believe y'all. LaFleur sounds Canadian.
That's UFC 229.
I don't know shit. Don't listen to me.
I got nothing else. You got anything else, Tucan?
No, man. Just watch that Conor Khabib fight. It's gonna be great.
Check us out on Saturday. We'll be going live 9 o'clock
Live.
for the last 3 hours of
Studios.
the fight card. So pretty much the main card will be going live, and it's going to be 6 of us. Me as your host, as always. Donkeytron, Rafael Chairez, your favorite host, your leader of the stable. All you donkeys could join the stable, cocksuckers. Please check out the rewrites. Check them out on YouTube. Check them out on Facebook. Check them out on iTunes. Check them out on SoundCloud.
Yeah,
on any of those platforms. Check out the rewrites. Check out Rye as well. I believe on all those platforms are on there as well.
Yeah.
For any upcoming dates, for their music, for any videos they've made. Check them out. Rate, subscribe, review. That's their symbol right there for the rewrites, the Red Fox. Check them out. They're always doing shows around Chicago. Rye's always doing shows around Chicago as well. Rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast if you haven't. On YouTube, I do unboxings. I rate and review Marvel Legends from Hasbro. I have bought my first Disney Marvel Select. Thanos is my first one. I will be unboxing him. Check out that shit for ratings, reviews. Subscribe. Subscribe on iTunes. Subscribe on Stitcher. Subscribe on Podbean, on all that cool stuff for just the podcast. Again, if you want to see my unboxings, if you want to see my Hasbro figures, my Star Wars figures, my whatever I buy and I unbox, check that shit out. I might just start unboxing random stuff I buy. I started buying comics. I'll start showing those off more. I'm starting to do dioramas. I'm starting to do a lot more art stuff. I have a bunch of spray paint. I started buying acrylic paint. I have canvases. I will start doing stupid art shit that I think is cool. Just to,
Cause fuck it.
Yeah,
you
to
know?
relax. Just fuck you guys. That's
Live
why.
your life,
Cocksuckers,
bro. Live your
fucking
life.
Judge me. Who are you?
Same.
But yeah, who's better than me? Yeah, so I love you guys. Please subscribe, especially to YouTube. I would love to get a ton of subscribers to YouTube and eventually get that stupid plaque
Oh, that would
for
be
100,000.
cool.
But that's 100,000 people subscribing.
Damn, that's a
Channel.
lot of
That's a
people
lot.
saying
So yeah,
they
so
like you, man.
not only subscribe but share this. Share on your Facebook, on your Twitter, please. It really helps out the show. And it's not a lot. I'm really not asking for a lot. I'm just asking you guys to like this, share,
Click
rate,
a
review.
couple things on the fucking screen, would
If
you?
you guys were fucking doing it, I'd help you guys
Be
out.
cool, man.
Yeah. You guys were selling chocolates, I'd buy a fucking chocolate
Yeah,
once
who
a
done-
week or something.
Who doesn't like a chocolate?
Yeah.
And who doesn't
I'm
like
not even trying to sell
Fulvio
you chocolates. I'm not
podcast?
even trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to just give you guys MMA content.
A little wrestling.
Yeah, a little bit of wrestling. Just getting a little bit of high. Giving it to you on the real, uncut, raw, with me and my buddies. Smoking.
Living the life, man.
Yeah, we're real ass dudes. Come on, guys. Rate, subscribe, and review.
Support the nation.
Yeah, support the nation, because we are the nation of domination. But, yeah, I'll see you guys on Saturday. I love you, cocksuckers.
Young bloods can't spell, but they can buy you a PlayStation. Snow math is whipping motherfuckers' ass. You wanna know how to rhyme? You better learn how to add. It's mathematics.
Mathematics, gotcha.
It's simple mathematics.